What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the No Continues Gaming channel. I am your host, Edge Master X, coming at y'all with another Yu-Gi-Oh video. So today, you already read the title. I don't like to waste a lot of time. I can do all of my announcements while I'm opening the boxes. All I'm going to say is, with the pack openings and everything, I would definitely advise you guys to go ahead and get some card sleeves so that way when you're opening up a whole bunch of boxes like myself, you're already ready to go. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right on into this bad boy. All right, guys, I got some extra packs here on the side. I'm ready to rock and roll. If you are paying attention or watching this video, please consider giving me a like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Go ahead and smash that notification bell, turn that bad boy on, and stay tuned for future content. I do a lot of different streaming of different video games, so I'm doing a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh content right now just because I have a lot set up for Yu-Gi-Oh. So please join the channel, become a member. We do a lot of different video duels and remote dueling. I actually have my own little group that we do things on Facebook Messenger and Discord. So if you guys want to join an active community and you want to test your mettle, so to speak, definitely join the channel. I'd be happy to go over all the benefits to joining our groups. If you have any ideas for decks or just different games in general, I'd be more than happy to see what I can do as far as making the different decks and everything, giving it a different profile. Alright, so to get into these pack openings, like I said, I don't like to waste a lot of time, guys. So I'm just opening these packs up, I'm just digging in, and I'm just seeing what we can get. This set here was really big. If you guys are wondering why I have a fork, it's gonna be but so this set here, we've got a few new archetypes that have been introduced. We've got the Exor Sisters, we've got the punks, the new punk archetype, and also in this box set we're getting the Brave token. So I'm already off to the races. We pulled a few different super rares. I pulled a couple of Exor Sister cards. Can't wait to try to make this deck. I pulled Breath of Resuscitation, looks like, and then the Wandering Griffin Rider. All these seem pretty good. Just to kind of go over a few of the different cards in here. They got a reprint of Emergency Teleport. That is awesome. We got a reprint of Castel the Sky Blaster, the Nell the Noble Arm of Light. So just to kind of show you guys a little bit. So we got the Emergency Teleport, the Insector reprints that we've been getting. So a few different cards. Most of these cards are already known and people know a lot about, but the new Punk archetype looks great. Most of these cards have very good art. Something I want to read really quick is Zoralan, the Dark Palace. While you control a monster equipped with Dunel, the Noble Arm of Light, your opponent cannot activate card or effects during the battle phase. Once per turn, when your adventurer token destroys an opponent's monster by battle, you can inflict damage to your opponent equal to the destroyed monster's attack. Once per turn during your main phase, if the previous effect was activated this turn, you can add one field spell that mentions adventurer token from your deck or graveyard to your hand. Nice, okay. So, Brave token I definitely want to get the most of. I think that's the big chase archetype in here. So, we get a lot of punch cards. Interesting. We also got a punk fusion monster. Cool. Let's see what we get. Another punk trap. Getting a lot of good punk cards. Alright, so something I want to also mention to you guys. We, as the channel begins to grow and we start seeing and more and more people subscribe to me, I will be doing giveaways and just doing extra little videos. Oh, we got an ultra rare Ogre Dance, another punk. I'll be doing just different things for the community just to say thank you. I'm on my road to 100 subscribers right now, so definitely stay tuned for that. I can't wait. Right now I'm recording in my Yu-Gi-Oh room for this video, so hopefully it isn't too bad for you guys. And of course, you see my nice little serum. That's one of my Yu-Gi-Oh closets. Alright, cool. Back to the pack. Alright, so Magicore Warrior of the Relic. Do not attack unless you control an adventure token. You can only use each of his effects once per turn. And if you control an adventure token, you can special summon this card from your hand. At the end of the battle phase, if your monster adventures an adventure token battle, you can set one trap that mentions adventure token directly from the back. Dude, this thing is 2,300 attack points, and it's level 4. Like, this card is insane. Holy crap. Oh, and we're getting reprints of Solemn Strike in here. I think that's amazing. And we're getting reprints of Torrential Tribute in this set. So I just got a Torrential Tribute in here too. And it's a rare, so really going to be easy to get. Yu-Gi-Oh! Actually get away with rares in the TCG, so it's a rare only in name. It's not actually a rare card. If that makes sense. So, oh, we're getting a lot of these monsters. I have a feeling a CR is in here, Collector's List, or Starlight. I have a feeling. Alright, another pump. Alright, Xyz Universe. This card is actually kind of cool. This had a lot of utility, like, what, 4 years ago, I want to say? Basically, you could take your opponent's XYZ monsters from the grave and you combine them with your own. Alrighty. Zector Strike. Actually, let me make sure I'm not using it. Yeah, you target 2 Z monsters on the field, send both to the graveyard, and you summon them. That card's kind of broken back in the day. Alright, another punk monster. That time we pull Z Amin. Okay, so next we got Rite of Aramasir. And I'm only going over like the ultras and the upper rarities. I'm pulling a pretty good amount. I'm going to do a recap at the end of each box opening. So, yeah, put it that way. You guys know what I'm opening, so that way you don't just not just open the card and just not know. But, alright, so we pull another punk. Okay. Oh, wow. Is that the Dragonfly? Ultra, Super. Are there any, like, Super Rares? Or the Ultra Super Rares? Exorcister Asophia. Exorcister Stella. Interesting. Right, we pull another copy of Xyz Universe and Thunder Discharge. And then the last pack of the first box was we pulled the Breath of Resuscitation. Alright, so alright, so just really quick, I somewhat separated a little of what I had going on, so that way I could just briefly go over some of these cards, and then we're just going to keep on trucking through the next set. So for the Punk monsters, we pulled non-Punk, or no Punk Z Amina, or Z Admin, like the admin. Okay, so she's a cool psychic type monster. You can pay 600, add 1 Punk monster from your deck to your hand, except for herself. And then if she is sent to the graveyard, you can target 1 point you control and it gains 600 attack. So she seems pretty pivotal to the strategy. Ogre Dance, so no Punk Ogre Dance. So once per turn, when your opponent activates a monster effect, you can make this card gain attack equal to that opponent's monster's original attack until the end of his turn. You can only use each of his following effects once per turn. You contribute 1 Punk, special summon this card from your hand, and you can send this card from your hand or field to the grave to add 1 Punk from your deck to your hand, except for a level 8 monster. 1 copy of Punk Madame Spider. Actually, I pulled a couple of these. Yeah, I pulled 3. But so that's this bad girl right here. So the cool thing of what she does is you can pay 6, add 1 Punk trap from your deck to your hand, and when you activate a punk card effect that targets your opponent's monsters, or actually except the card your opponent controls, you can target one face-up monster your opponent controls, and its attack becomes half until the end of the turn. Here's going to be another copy, is the admin, and then Gagaku Punk Wagon. Dang, that guy. Alright, so, or Wagon? Whatever. So he's a tuner. Wow, I like it. Are they alternate? Oh, looks like it. Alright, so you can pay 6, add 1 punk spell. When your opponent activates a card effect that targets a punk you control, or when your opponent monster targets one of your monsters for an attack, you can draw 1 card. So that's actually pretty fire. So those are all the punk cards that I pulled, I'm pretty sure, at least as far as the upper rarity ones. I've pulled some Exorcister stuff. I actually don't know how good this archetype is, but I pulled Exorcister Ellis and Stella and Zeus Storm from the traps. So just to run through these just really quick, and then I'm going to move on. Stella, during the main phase, you can special summon one Exorcister from your hand. If you control her name, or I'm sorry, Ellis, you can gain 800 life points. If your opponent moves a card out of either grave, just you or their grave, except during damage step, you can special summon from your extra deck one XYZ monster using this card you control as material. And it counts as like a full material by itself, like a Zodiac monster. And then Exorcister Ellis, that's what I said I call it, Zodiac Ellis. If you control Exorcister, you can special summon this card from your hand, so these 2 cards play off of each other, because this is Ellis and then this is Stella. And then you gain 800 life if you control Stella. If your opponent moves a card out of the graveyard, you can special summon from your extra deck Exorcister monster using this card you control material. Pretty good effects there. The trap card, Exorcister Vadis. So what this card does is pay 800, choose an Exorcister monster from your deck, then take one Exorcister monster from your deck that is mentioned on that monster and special summon both, but shuffle them into the deck during the end phase. Also, for the rest of this turn, after this card resolves, you can special summon from the extra deck, except for Exorcister monsters. And then for XYZs, what we got going here? I got 2 copies of Gibran. What she does is she cannot be destroyed by activated effects of monsters summoned from the grave. And then once per turn, you can use each of her following effects. If you control this card that was XYZ summoned this turn using an Exorcister monster as material, you can target one effect monster your opponent controls and negate its effects until the end of the turn. You can attach one material from this card, and for the rest of this turn, all XYZs gain 800 attack. And then Asafiel. That game name is actually pretty majestic. She can't be destroyed by activated effects of monsters from the graveyard. And if this card is someone using an Exorcister monster as material, either player can activate card effects in the graveyard this turn. That's like a bit slower. You can detach one material from this card and target one monster opponent control and return it to the hand. That's perfect. Inzektor Dragonfly, if you don't know what this card does, I don't know what to tell you. Then Zector Strike Cold. I want to say Fist King? I don't know. But this card's always treated as an Inzektor card. You can summon an Inzektor card from your hand or face up on the field to the grave. Choose one of the effects. Choose one Inzektor monster from your deck and either summon it or equip it to one Inzektor you control. Or you can equip one Inzektor spell to one Inzektor monster you control. Dude, if this card had existed back in Inzektor format, I don't know. Like, that deck would have been banned. Easy. Light of Aramasier. So this is a Brave token field spell. Special summon one adventure token. Then if you do not control Fateful Adventure, you can place one Fateful Adventure for your deck. Face up in your spell and trap card zone. That sounds broken. And you cannot activate the effects of monsters on the field except for special summon monsters. This sounds broken. 2 copies of Breath of Resuscitation. If you control an adventure token, special summon up to 2 monsters from your hand or graveyard with different names and banish them and leave the field. You can equip one equipped spell that mentions an adventure token from your hand or graveyard to a monster you control. This seems like if you're playing the pure build, it seems like a pure. I think this is the negate. I think it's a Griffin Rider. I think this is the negate monster. During your main phase, you control no monster or an adventure token. You can special summon this card from your hand. When a card or effect is activated while you control an adventure token, you can shuffle this card into the deck, and if you do, negate the activation, and if you do that, destroy that card. That's what I thought it did. And then one copy of Magicore, Warrior of the Relics. I'm actually going to kind of skip through the last couple of cards here and just go ahead and get back to the pack openings. So, very nice, good cards for the 3 different archetypes. And for the rest of this video, guys, I'm just going to be doing some little old-fashioned package, which I was doing. Alright, guys, so box number 2. Put box number 1 down there. 2. Alright, so in the first box pack, we get Exorcister's Stealth. We get Fateful Adventure, the continuous spell for Brave token, Adventure token, right? And then next we get Exorcister of Beta. Why does this card have a presale? What the hell? The Exorcister Blind. A lot of great reprints in this set too. The Punk Strap, it's called Dangerous Gabi. I feel like the whole Punk archetype is just a JoJo reference. Like, look at this artwork with these poses. Magicore, Warrior of the Relics. So excited. Alright, so Exector Pickle Farina. I think it's kind of weird that they're reprinting Exectors and just not giving them like if they gave Exectors like 3 or 4 new cards, they could change the entire game. They got a No Punk Ogre. Another Mad Maid Spider, and Dan. And another Punk card, Punk Wagon. Overall, so far, not knowing anything about this set, if I was to say, would this set be worth the money? I mean, I haven't fully opened up all my packs yet, but I'll probably say, on a scale of 1 to 10, judging the first official box set of the year, which this would be the first official box set, I think this set is enough to warrant at least 2 boxes. So I would rate it like a 6 out of 10 overall. It's got some really strong reprints. Torrential Tribute getting a reprint. Sound Strike getting a reprint. Mercy Teleport getting a reprint. These are all cards that everybody needs in their collection, without a doubt, 100%. I would definitely recommend getting 2 boxes just because having those extra cards allows you to help make more strategies and better strategies because you have more opportunity. And I'm all about the opportunity, you feel me? So that's all I'm going to say about that. I think this box so far is like a 6 out of 10. Like the set itself, not just the box, but the set itself. Exorcister pack, like a pack, What's the name? Okay, I find it interesting that Rise Guns will start adjusters in this set. He should get his own upgrade, like the full adjuster one. He should get his like own full upgrade. Alright. So far, this box is looking alright. Kind of looks very similar to the last one. The only difference is I remember pulling pick up the one on the last box there, so that is going to be different. Oh, Ties the Predator got everything here? Oh, hell yeah. You guys don't know what Ties the Predator does? If you have a monster inside of the field, you pay 2,000, it has to be level 4 or lower. And you can special summon 2 other monsters from your deck with the same type of attribute as the monster in the field. It's actually really insane. Alright, so I'm just going to put these right here. And we're going to lock on. I don't know the value of anything just yet, but it's not that super important. Alright, y'all, box number 3, let's get it. I love the smell of fresh cardboard in the morning. It's actually nice, like whatever, right? Alright, so we got Exorcister, Sophia. And then No Punk Ziadre. Oh, Foxy Tune. We didn't pull that punk yet. No pun intended. No, punk intended. Punk intended. Alright, so we pull another copy of Griffin Rider. That's for the universe. Donnell, the Noble Arms of Light. Equipped only to a monster you control. You don't control one Donnell Noble Arms of Light per turn. The equipped monster gains 500 attack for each monster you control with a different name that mentions adventure tokens. If this card is sent to the graveyard, you can target one adventure token you control and put this card to that target. You can only use each effect monster. Okay, so the Noble Arms of Light, that's actually kind of effect. Alright, so we pulled another right on Amaciel, so that's good. I'm actually feeling that a lot. I think that card is probably one of the money cards in the set, that's good. Exorcister Divine. Dangerous God. Ouch. Alright. Dark Punk Wagon. Exorcister Design. Oh my god, we finally pulled one! And Zector Hornet Collector's freaking rare, guys. Look at that shit. Oh my god. That is definitely going into it. And Zector's is actually my very first meta deck when I got into Yu-Gi-Oh! I use just for stuff. So I kind of have a small respect deep in my heart for Zector because it was my very first one. So it's only natural. Alright, so we got Breath of Resuscitation once again. Not gonna lie, I'm gonna sell this fast. Alright, Magic 4, Warrior of the Relics. Punk, Adam Spider. Oh, shoot. Exo Sister Evans. That one has another one of those weird creatures in it. That's so strange. Not sure how that happened. XYZ Universe. Another Punk Overdose. Dragonfly. Another copy of Stone. Alright guys, just give me like 2 seconds. Alright guys, on to box number 4. Alright. Ding, ding, ding. Alright, let's see what we get. Pack number 1, box number 4. Wagon, the Super Punk. It keeps coming in my damn packs. Pause. Anyway, we got another copy of Ogre Dancer. Okay, I definitely have at least like 4 copies of that card game. Dangerous God. Extra Sister Dublin. Extra Sister Baby. Stella. Another copy of Wagon. Zoback and the Eye of the Dragon. That's a new card I was in. Dangerous Garbage. So the ultra rares in this set are the super rares. So we've obviously surmised that a long time ago, but regular super packs. So I think this set's already a bust because we pulled packs and we pulled Overgain. But in that very first set, we got free ultras. So let's see. Take your sister's one. I'm sorry, one. No time. And then Sophia. No copy of Pickle to Luna. Madam Spider. Dragonfly. Exo Sister Baby. Oh, another copy of Fateful Adventure. XYZ Universe. I guess that proves the point too. I've gotten 3 ultra rares in this set, so it might mean that we get 3 or 4. Okay. Alright, that one we pulled the winner of the relic. So, this box is alright, y'all, we're on box number 5. Okay, so next we're going to see what kind of energy we getting in this box. I'm feeling something special in here. Okay, yeah, there's some stuff going on inside this box. I can actually feel it. I can feel the EVO energy just vibrating through my body. Oh. We got that new Foxy kid. Brave token movie. Rite of Aramasir. So that's our second ultra rare convention Foxy team. Wow, this pack is really out of order. This card is really. I wonder if it's below the shipping card. But we gotta have one copy now. Maybe it's just going to suck me. Oh, okay, cool. Okay. Super. Adventure token of the relics. Breath of resuscitation. The super rare metal is actually Edgar's sister. Alright, so I think I'm pretty sure I'm good for one. Oh! Yeah, Residence and Exorcist and the Colonies. Spider. Good. Good work. The last card of this set is a Chosen Universe. Alright, we back at it. So, I had to take a quick bite of the food. Okay? Alright, so. I kind of lost count with box here. Almost. Box number 6. Alright, so. Here we go. Box number 6. Ding, ding, ding. Alright. So, we pull a copy of the Sophia. A copy of Pickle Green. First technical secret rare. Exorcister Pass. So I know that for a fact is my third copy. A copy of Griffin Rider. And one copy of The Blind. And one copy of Ellis. One copy of Breath of Resuscitation. One copy of Super Punk Wagner. Good guy. And another copy of Sophia. Copy of Vedas, the Exorcist Trick. It's got a cool art of like a dragon. The Great Token of Lights. Exorcist Stealth. Oh, another collector's rare. The Synchro Monster. His name is Yukiyoi Punk Amazing Dragon. I haven't pulled a second normal rarity of this card yet, so wonder how many other cards we have. So this is our second collector's rare. Not gonna lie, I'm probably gonna try to get rid of this as soon as I possibly can. But we shall see. Pull another dangerous guy. Adam Spider. Exorcister Macaulay. Ziadni. Warrior of Ghosts. Rider one. Oh, Water Enchantress of the Temple. This is our first pull of that card also, so evidently it must be a break. This could be Alright. Box number 7. I wish I had like 5 more boxes. Alright, let's see what we get this first bag. This is about the top of the Foxy thing. Dangerous Garden. That's my third copy of Fateful Adventure. All right, back to the packs. So where we left off was with this box. Unfortunately, I had to go take care of something really quick now, so I do apologize about that. But this is where we left off with this box as far as the openings. So I'm just gonna kind of quickly put them on there because I know this video has gotten long as crap. So this is what we pulled out of the last box. Quite a few of the different new archetypes and stuff, so I think that's pretty exciting. I'm a little disappointed this is the only copy of that part of that so far, besides the collector's reel, but it's all good. It's whatever. So I'm just flashing these on the screen really quick, and then I'm just going to move on. Okay. All right, so on to the next and final box. Box number 8. I'm going to just put these in this box here. Alright, sweet. Let's get it. I am so excited. Today is a new day already. We are at 6 a.m. and we are rocking out. Alright, so we got our first ultra rare, the Zek Strike Cold. Okay. Breath of Resuscitation. I wonder if you could build a full Inzektor deck off of all the stuff that we get out of here. I would imagine so. The Z-Admin for Pump. The Adventure Token of Relics. Dragonfly, the Inzektor. We got Exorcistor Stone. Another Dragonfly. Exorcistor of the Beast. We got another copy of Stella. XYZ Universe. Another copy of Breath of Resuscitation. Another Adventure Token of Relics. Now, what is kind of strange here is I swear it's a virtual monster here. What is going on with this set? I have to definitely go back through some of these rares. Look at some of those reprints. Alright, so we got another Rite of Eremacia. I want to say I have to copy of this card now. So that's our second ultra rare, so we're supposed to be getting one more, from what I understand. Let's see. The Pump Trap. The Adventure Token Deep. The Exorcistor of Sophia. We got Punk Dangerous Goblin. Inzektor Pickle Flame. Exorcistor DeBrine. Ellis, the Exorcistor. Only a few packs left, guys. Stick with me. Don't give up. And our last ultra rare of this set, Exorcistor Maccabees. You want to say I have 2 copies of that card now. I want to start looking for some new packs, I don't remember. The next super is Wagon. And then Z-Admin. And then in the very last pack of the set that I have, we have Madam Spider. Alright guys, so what I did just now is I took all of the card archetypes and everything and I kind of separated them. I'm not going to go over individually all of what my pulls were,
I'm just going to kind of, because that's what the video you watching it is for, but what I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of show you a little bit of what we did pull in relation to actually setting up some of these different decks, okay? So for Adventure Token, I pulled the one ultra rare water elemental, the Temple, Elementress of the Temple. I pulled 3 copies, well I pulled actually way more than 3 copies, but in relation to making a deck, I pulled the Rite of Aramasier, and then we pulled 3 copies of Adventure. Of course, we've got the Negate monster. He's going to be awesome, I can already tell. And then we've got 3 copies of the Relic, who's also super rare as well. I forgot to pull up the rest of like the rares and the supers for Adventure Token, but they've got a super rare trap. 3 technically these would be common. The rare trap. They've got several different field spells. I think this archetype's gonna be amazing. So they got the Dark Palace. Then we've got the Forest of Lost Flowers, and then we've got an equip spell being Star Papillion, and the next equip spell, which is Dundal, and then 2 copies of Darrowback. So Adventure took in a few more cards, but they all have different names, and I didn't have time to fully digest this set, so I'm just showing you a little bit of what I got. For Inzektor, we did pull the Collector's Rare Hornet. That thing is super fire, guys. This is probably the best Collector's Rare I've ever had, and I've had quite a few of them. Pick up Polina. We definitely pulled 3, but yeah, you don't really play like 2. 3 copies of Dragonfly. So I remember when this card got banned, dude. That made me feel so bad. Then we've got 3 copies of Hornet. And then we've got 3 copies of Hopper. Then we've got 3 copies of Ladybug. And then I did pull 3 copies of Centipede, obviously, but yeah, I only had 2 separated already. 3 copies of Inzektor Sword. 2 copies of Insect Imitation. And then I just put 3 of the 2 different, there's 2 different XYZs. I actually pulled 3 copies of Ko-Oh, but I could not find where I put the third one, so I'll just find it later. But yeah, this card is crap. If this card was out when Inzektor was legal, it would have been great. But just know, guys, that the entire Inzektor archetype in here, besides Ko-Oh, was reprinted. So yeah. Alright, so for the Exorcisters, I will have to say I'm a little disappointed because there's an Exorcister I could not pull, and I'm not sure what it was. But the ultra rare is Pax, and I do know what it was. It was Exorcister Sophia, I think she was called. But so we also pulled Michalis. We got 3 of her. I forgot to sleeve that one. That's fine. Then for the supers, we got the Asophios. Yeah, lots of Asophios here. Oh, and Gabriel. That's what it was. I forgot to pull out the extra Gabriels. So we did pull 3 copies of Gabriel as well. We got the 2 copies of Capstiel. We got 3, but you get it. Irene, Stella, Ellis, their continuous spell, Armament, which is a quick play spell, and then 3 copies of Vetus, their normal trap. So, Exorcister, I'm not gonna lie, I don't think I'm gonna be too excited to play it, but I'm probably gonna give it a shot. So for Punk, I was actually mostly looking forward towards the Punk archetype, so let's see what we got. 3 copies of their fusion. We got 3 copies of Madam Spider here. 3 copies of Shark Skull. 3 copies of Wagon. 3 copies of Ziana. 3 copies of Dangerous Goblin. 3 copies of Punk's Surprise. I like it. 3 copies of Wild Picking. 4 copies of... No, wait. Oh, that's 2 different things. Okay, so 3 copies of Wild Picking. Crash Beat. We got 3, but... Yeah. 3 copies of Ogre Dance. And then 3 copies of Foxy Tune. And then we pulled the Collector's Rare of the Synchro Monster. And I did pull another Ultra Rare, so 2 copies of them. I want to say out of all of these, I pulled the most like valuable stuff for Punk. Adventure Token I did really well with also. So here's some of the reprints. So earlier I said in this video that I would have rated this set like a 6 out of 10 approximately. These reprints are kind of needed for everybody's like strategies and decks and stuff. I would probably still keep it at a 6 out of 10. This set is probably one of the only sets that's like fully complete that you can make an entire 40 card deck that can probably do something with what comes out of this set. So, Solemn Warning. And I'm just showing you some of the reprints I pulled out too. So some of these are more than one, some of these are just one. We've got the Torrential Tribute. This card's amazing. Psychic Tracker is another reprint. Mercy Teleport. Ties of the Brethren, which is another great reprint. This card is just insane. Rise Bell, the Star Adjuster. This card, it used to be really good in my old Synchro strategy, but you're not really playing this in really anything. Maybe you can use this in Pump because it is a psychic card, but I don't know yet. Castel, the Sky Blaster. Psychic Wielder. And Hidden Armory. For some reason, we have a virtual world in here, probably because it's a psychic. And then we got Armory Call. And then for the last reprint, we have Go Key Pole. Yeah, I would probably stay pretty consistent with what I said earlier when I said that this set's like a 6 out of 10. I would recommend this set. I would probably, if I were telling you to buy it, I would probably recommend buying 2 to 3. Just the reprints alone are kind of worth it because you're gonna need these cards in your decks. And then like Torrential Tribute before now was like a $10. I mean, not $10. I'm sorry, like a $2-3 card. Mercy Teleport was like $30. I mean, granted, these are reprinted now, so you could buy singles, so that's probably going to be a better bet. But it's always good to have the set around, just because in the future, if you ever need to go back to it, you can go back and kind of get some of the cards you need. So I would recommend definitely buying at least 2 boxes. You guys, thanks for watching so much. Well, I appreciate you supporting the channel, watching the video. Thank you very, very much. Definitely always remember, continue to play, beat, and survive everything in life. Just do it with no continue. This is your boy Edge Master X signing out.